People, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. My name is Tomilola Adinuga. I am a lifestyle content creator and I recently moved to Ontario, Canada. Guys, I am about 4 months in Canada and I can tell you this for free. Don't be discouraged. Let me start with that. I am not here to discourage anybody, but I am here to prepare your mind. Everybody cannot be like me. I have shared my stories on some few times. I shared my story when I collected or how I got my PR. I got my PR in August. It's exactly 1 year. Oh my goodness, it's exactly 1 year. I got my PR August 2022. I didn't travel until April 2023. Was it a risky move? A very big yes. A very big yes. I know a number of people that once they get their PR, they travel almost immediately. Some people travel that week, 2 weeks after. I travel like almost 9 months after. And I wanted to prepare myself in every way I could. I've mentioned this in previous videos because I tried to do a lot of research. I did research because my own process was not like this. Like, it took quite a number of time. It took some time. Like, I started my process like realistically in March 2020 and everything did not click until like 2022. So all through the time, even the times I was discouraged, things I didn't know, what I didn't know, when I didn't know what to do, and everything just seemed like it was this at a standstill. I was just like researching. I'm researching on houses, how much it would cost for rent. I was doing all of that research and all that, and yeah, I did a lot of that. So I tried to prepare as much as I could to know much about housing and accommodation in Canada. I have family in Canada, but I have family, if you get what I mean. I have family. My sister stays here, but I have family too. I have 3 kids. It's not nice. It's not like cool for me to say, oh, I want to stay with this person for 1 year, for 2 years, for 3 years. At the end of the day, and on the other hand, I am a content creator. Like, I'm doing a video right now. Sometimes I would need like quiet, I would need like space and all that, and I understood everything it was going to entail. So it was not something that I didn't have at the back of my mind. I knew that my content was like work for me, so I was actively looking for my own space as well. And I was surprised that guys, getting accommodation in Canada, I don't know the one that is harder, getting a job or getting accommodation. I'm doing this video for people that are coming to be prepared. Be prepared. I said I did an Instagram reel. I posted a video on Instagram some days ago and I spoke a little bit, so I'm just here to like talk about it for my YouTube audience as well. Be prepared. I may not be able to talk about other provinces. Some other provinces have it a bit easier in terms of cost of living. Is a little bit better, like places like Manitoba, Saskatchewan. It might not be the same way it is intense, but if you're coming to Ontario for one reason or the other, probably you're coming as PMP, Ontario nominated you, you're coming as a student, or you're coming and you just want to come into Ontario, please be prepared. Canada will humble you accommodation wise. I am doing this video again because I'm in a WhatsApp group, and I remember one lady mentioned, she gave her comments and people were responding. They were like, welcome to Canada, welcome to Ontario, welcome, like welcome. In this place in Ontario, let me speak for Ontario, getting accommodation, if you get accommodation, is worth going to church to do Thanksgiving for. I have heard people that come in and they stay in Airbnb for like 1 month, 6 weeks, 3 weeks before they get accommodation. And guys, yes, it is true. Very true. Be prepared. Like I said, I am not discouraging you, but be prepared. If you do your homework, it will not affect you. Last Saturday, I went for a party that my realtor organized. I don't think I've posted the vlog. I'll see whether I don't know what I'll come first, because I recorded that vlog and I've not edited it. And my realtor, Carissa Realty, has been so wonderful. I put up email here, and I didn't even know, quite a number of people reached out to her and she got houses for them. In fact, I was at this party that I'm talking about, and there was a lady that just came to hug me, and I was like, I thought it was even another person. She was like, told me it is Janet, like, you don't know me, I never even dropped the comments on your page, but when you did a video about how you got your house before you even landed, that she contacted my realtor and she got a house before she landed. How did she do that? Start early. If you're coming into Ontario, I am sorry to say this, but be prepared. You might need to save money. Hey guys, the pressure is real. I am not discouraging anybody, it's just preparation. When you just do your homework, everything will be bliss. I know it might be difficult in many ways. You're paying for this, you're paying for this, you're paying for this, but it's better to be prepared than when you come in and you have that like shock out of your life. I have heard stories in my little time here in Canada. People look at me and like, oh, what do you know? But because I am a content creator, I have people that open up to me and I get a lot of stories. I know people that somebody told me that all the stories that we hear, I'm seeing it firsthand. Like, my in-law threw me out, this person sent me out, all those kind of things. It happens. It happens. It happens, guys. It happens. This is the abroad. It happens. These things happen. So for me, I didn't want to step on anybody's toes and all that. Like, I have friends here. I don't want to take anybody for granted. I don't want to show up to your house unannounced. Even if you are my family, I need to respect you because I know the way it is abroad. My own mother stays abroad and she told me these things. I know how my mother suffered, in quotes. So I had myself with all this information, and even though I was just like trying to save money and all that, I knew what I was going to get. So I tried to prepare myself, and I am happy that I was able to get the result I got at the end of the day because of the homework I did. So if you're coming into Ontario, start early. Let's say you're planning to come in October or November, start searching from now. Let them even start searching for you. Let them be the one to tell you that your rental cannot start until like 1st of September or 1st of October or something like that, or start like right away. It will help you because that money, you will still come here to spend that money, probably in an Airbnb or something. The first thing is that as a new immigrant, and because things are tighter right now, the interest rates are high. At first I was so bitter, I was like so angry, like, what is wrong with these people? Kiniko, what is that, blah blah blah. When I was looking for a house, I was landing in April. By March we were looking for, beginning of March we were already looking for, and all that. I was so angry. I was like, what is wrong with all these people? When I came here, I understood it is not their fault. The interest rates are high. So the landlords also need to be sure that the person that they are taking is someone that can pay. End of story. Because once they renege on their mortgage payments, it's not going to be funny for them. That's just the truth, simple and short. So they also want to know that whoever they are taking into their house is someone that can pay, because legally the tenant has the right. You don't have the right to throw out a tenant. The landlord is the one that is going to suffer for it. A tenant, if the tenant tells you that they don't have money for 1 year, there's nothing you can do. You just appeal and all that, or whatever. It will just count against that person's like credit score or something. But at the end of the day, you can't kill them, you can't send them packing. So they want to know that the people they are giving their houses to are people that can pay. So that's just it. Just start early. How did I get my house? It was not easy. Oh my god. Accommodation in Canada, in Ontario, let me not say the whole of Canada, probably some other provinces have it like easier, so I don't want to like group everybody into one box. Ontario, it is not a walk in the park. It's not rice and beans. People complain, like people come in and they'll be like, I know people that will tell me I'm under serious like pressure for accommodation. It will stress you. It will stress you. So just get somebody that, in fact, I was so happy for this person I said I met at my realtor's party, Janet. She landed on a Friday. You'll see her in the party I'm talking about. I might try to put up that video before this one comes up. I did a video with her. She landed in Canada on a Friday. Her house was already ready. She came for the party on Saturday. In fact, I was telling her that, yeah, strong go. Is it that you don't have jet lag or something? Like she said, she just wanted to come for the party because I'm always talking about being intentional in my videos, to meeting people, to like having friends and all that. So she came with her family, with her husband, her lovely kids. She came. I did not know her from anywhere. I just, like the way I'm doing this, she reached out. She was even telling me that she never commented on any of my videos, that she would just be watching and she was just taking everything instead. I know sometimes, and I try not to sound condescending or try to sound proud or something. I'm just trying to say it as the way it is. I'm trying to give it out as reality. Those that really need the message, I believe they would get it. So I'm not trying to like slight anybody, to know that we are all the same. Please, I'm just giving it out the way it is, and I'll try to be as realistic as possible, as factual as possible. WhatsApp messages, the ones I have seen, I'll try to put them somewhere. You'll see it. And that is one of so many people have those stories to tell. But how can yours be different? Start early. Look for a good realtor. Just in case, my realtor is Carissa Realty. I'll drop her details. She has even told me, that she's overbooked. That a lot of people have reached out to her, but that she's overbooked. I'm just trying to tell you how it can be, so that when you come, you are not surprised at the turn of events. There are many times that the landlord might tell you no. You might have even almost signed and all that. They'll tell you no, they're not giving you their house and all that. That happens many times. It happened to a lot of people that I know. You keep on searching and searching and searching. So these are the things they ask for, and that is why it is difficult for immigrants to get it. They will ask you for a credit score. Of course you don't have a credit score. Where are you getting credit score from? Credit score is that you've been in the system and they know that it's okay, you have the ability to pay your bills and all that. You have a clean record. You're coming from Nigeria where there's no credit score. How will you get that? So with that, it might be impossible. It's almost impossible for you to get a house just like that. Most times, if you don't have a credit score, you might not need to show them like maybe statements of accounts, like pay stubs, to show that you've been working and you're getting paid. Again, where you're coming from, you don't have a job yet most times, so you might need to have like a fat account for them to look at, to believe that you're going to pay them their money. Another thing that can help you is if you have a guarantor, someone that has been in Canada for quite some time, a long time, possibly like a permanent resident or a citizen that can like stand in for you, because if anything goes wrong, that's the person they go and hold by the jugular, and well, that's just it. So most times, just have a good guarantor, someone that has a good credit that can stand in for you. Those are the things that will help you to having or getting a house like almost immediately you land. So those are the things that can help you. Last but not the least, this is the one, and the one that has been shocking people. Have that plenty money. Where the money is coming from, only God knows. You might be required to pay like at least 4 months. Forget 4 months. 6 months of now is becoming like 6 months is okay. You might need to pay like 6 months to 1 year. So let's say your rent, for instance, is 2,500 or 3,000. You might need to pay for like 4 months at a stretch, 6 months at a stretch, or even 1 year at a stretch. I have seen people that have paid for 1 year before they got house. They had to pay for 1 year. Yes, multiply, let's say 2,500 times 12 or 3K times 12. People are paying it. In fact, the first person I heard, my neighbor, I screamed. I said, it's conditional. People have to pay. Sometimes before you get that house, before my mind was like, oh, maybe you pay for like 3 months or 4 months. It's not doing it again. You might need to pay more. You might need to pay more. You might need to pay more. And it's not like just like 6 months. There's something they call like first 3 months, first 3 months, the last 3 months. So if you're paying 6 months as a stretch, it doesn't mean you're paying from like June to December. It means you're paying June, July, August. Then you're paying the last 3 months of the year the lease is ending. So let's say your lease is ending May next year. You're paying for April, May, June for next year. So this year, by August, you start paying again. So you just pay for the last 3 months and the first 3 months. So it's a lot of money. And that's why I keep telling people that for Ontario, that this kind of thing is difficult. If you're coming into Ontario, talk to me. I can help you. These are the things that are helping. Just get the government grant to help you, because where you are coming from in Nigeria, your 1 million is $1,000 here. $1,000 here is like chicken change. It's not going to be enough for the family. So I spent, or I have like spoken about it in a different video where I said, if you're coming into the country as a permanent resident, you have kids, you have dependents, you're married, you can be eligible for getting a grant. If you're prepared to go to school, the school is very flexible, trust me. So if you can do that, these are the ways people these are the ways you can help yourself, because if not, it will be difficult. The pressure will be too much. So these are the ways you can help yourself to like offset like bills you have to buy when you need to buy a car. You need to offset your rent. The government will support you if you're going to school. Trust me, the school is very flexible. I've mentioned that in a different video. I've spent like how many minutes talking about it because I know people would have questions. So if this is something that would help you or would interest you, you can send me a DM on Instagram at the Tomi Adenuga, or you can send me an email at iamtomiadenuga@gmail.com. Try get this grant, because that is one of the ways that you can help yourself as a new immigrant. It's not usually easy. The first few months or years it might not be easy. Very soon, by the time you're paying your tax, you'll be helping new people too. For me, it's a cycle. Okay, it won't be like this forever. So these are the things you should consider if you're trying to get accommodation, especially in Ontario. Have this at the back of your mind. Okay, I'm not here to discourage you. I'm just here to tell you to prepare yourself, do your homework. It will be helpful if you have family you can stay with, but if not, some people genuinely have like very wonderful people they can stay with. But even if you have, there are times you might just need to have your space, probably for work or one thing or the other. So these are the things you should have at the back of your mind, because everybody will be fine last. We'll all be all right. Okay, I'll see you in my subsequent videos. Stay blessed. Bye.